Market update on the 23rd. Not very much movement today. I guess it's up 0.6%, which is actually a decent sized move, but really just kind of chopped all day, and at the very end of the day, it actually moved up. We still didn't really figure out what's going to happen next. I don't think that we can say that we truly bottomed yet, because this only pulled back to basically the 0.61 fib. If it gets over the 0.78 fib, then I start thinking that probably the second wave is not a possibility. But still, this is a possibility where we can get a third wave down here and continue this fifth wave as extended fifth wave. Down here to 367, we'd bounce and go down to the low 360s. So if we draw a parallel line here, you can see that it's very possible that we drop down here. 367 would hit probably on Tuesday sometime. We have Monday off, so we're not 100% sure. This move right here is very corrective. It just looks like a corrective move, probably A, B, C, B, and it looks like we could be working on it could be already finished actually, A, B, C, and then we pull back here and go down to lower lows. Otherwise, we're looking at this as A, and then this would be A, B, maybe a C wave down, or a B wave down here, something like this, and then maybe get a C wave higher, potentially to 387. It depends how far the B wave pulls back. If this is the bottom right here, pulls back like to 379 and we're at 382, I would expect a 5 points higher than this, so like 387 or so, and that would just be, most likely would just be the overall A wave, unless we get some kind of shallow second wave. So if we got 387, maybe come to the top of here, pull back again, and then 387 would be pretty much perfect for a 1.61 fib for the C wave, take us like 392, 394. So still, we got to see on Monday what happens. They pretty much just killed premium the whole day, so kind of a boring day. Tesla, same thing, not very much of a change. Still looking for that bounce, and it looked like it started right here and then pulled back. And this actually looks like it looks like an impulse move to me. We get, well, actually now it does not look like an impulse. It looks like ABC, pullback, and then a 5-wave move. So ABC, we're working on a B wave, a long extended B wave. So I think that Tesla is either going to go to a lower low or bounce up here for a C wave. We'll see next week, but it pretty much hit the 1.61 fib if we zoom out here that I mentioned in the video yesterday for the W wave right here. So we're still sitting there here around like 120. I think I didn't do that perfectly. It's around like 120. So still looking for that fourth wave bounce to 140 to 150 before the final move down for either the third wave or the C wave. So again, not much movement. Dollar, not much movement. Still waiting for some kind of move either way to figure out what we're going to do. I think this is probably ABC. This is probably ABC. We're probably looking for another move down here. I would say probably like 102.50 to 103, maybe would be the bottom, and that would be the Y wave. So 102.50. So maybe that's coming next week on Tuesday or Wednesday, and then we start the move up to 120. Long and drawn out, but honestly, the next month in the market, I'm expecting I'm really bearish in the next month of the market. So we might get another couple days up to like 390, but then I think we're going to sell off to 330 minimum. I'll show you what I'm thinking on higher time frames. Oh, this is $1. So if we look at this whole move right here as ABC, and then this is the B wave right here, and it looks like we're starting the next move down, then this would be also A, B, and we're working on a C wave. I think 330 is the best prediction because we topped here at 411 and we got 431 here. So about 20 points less than this A wave is at 328. So then I drew a parallel line that goes through the top of this, cloned it down here, and 328 comes around February 8th. So if that were the case, we'd be looking for second wave, and then the third wave would take us to probably somewhere around 352. And then we would bounce, and let's just see based on fibs where we would go. Let's say we go back to 392. We're looking at 361 bounce. And it's pretty much right around 328. 50% retracement, 61% retracement. So basically 333 to 325 if it plays out like that. So if we get a second wave over the next couple of trading days, and this keeps on going higher to like 390 to 395, third wave could happen by early January, and that's going to be the biggest move. That'll be 395 to 352, maybe more than that, could go past it, bounce, and then one more move down to complete the overall C wave. And so this whole move would actually be WXY, because every move is ABC, 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 ABC. But the C wave is 5 waves. So 328 is my target on there. We already went over Tesla, and it works out perfect timing for Tesla too. Let's say this bounces to like 140, 150 over the next couple of trading days, and then it gets the last move down to $95 to complete the overall C wave. So looking at all these finishing within the next 2 months. VIX, don't really need to go over it that much still, just falling. Apple, Apple is same pattern as SPY, WXY. I should remove these. I don't know why I have AB, but WXY, all ABC pattern. ABC, 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 all with 3 waves. So if this has 3 waves, then it looks like we completed the AB, let's see, looks like ABC is completed right here. We come back up here to 153, 157, 134, and 130. So this should be A right here. I don't know why that's not working. That should be A right there. We should get a bounce, like I've been talking about in the last couple of videos, to the demand zone right here, or supply zone, and then get the C wave down here as 5 waves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On Apple, get rid of all these so I can make it more clear. On Apple, though, we have a top at 176, all-time high at 182. We are at our 128 was the bottom here. So maybe it doesn't go as far. Maybe it just goes down to 120. But my target was 110. So we'll see on that. The 120 is probably the best spot for it though, based on what we see. So WX, and then we're working on A, bounce B, 5-wave move down here. The 1.61 fib of where we're at right now is right around 112. So maybe it will go a little bit farther than what you would expect if you just use the parallel line. So, because right now, this is just saying like 123, 122. I think 110 is a good target still. And if we zoom out here, let's just look at where 110 would be on the chart. You got a lot of support at 110. If you zoom out on the overall chart, on the monthly, still just looks like a bull flag to me. So a 4th wave bull flag. So I'm expecting another move higher sometime in 2023. Let's say we go back down to 110. Then target's going to be around 204 to 222 on the final move up. So Apple looking for a bounce though into next week to like 140 to 145. QQQ following the same footsteps. ABC, X, A, B, except for it looks like on QQQ we're finished with the B wave and we're starting the C wave already. So get rid of all these. So we have 1. There is a supply zone here at 283 to 292. So I would expect a bounce there and then a 3rd wave that should take us down to 241. 241. 252, and then we would get the final move down to 225 to 220 would be the target. So let's just do 225 and then just see where that falls. So we have ABC, X is only here at 332, top was at 407, so we're looking at 75 points lower. And this actually would show that it would go to like 194. But I think based on this first wave, 225, so anywhere between 190 and 225 would be the bottom. Go to the weekly, and we're talking about bottoming somewhere in between the COVID crash. So QQQ can sell off another 15%, maybe something like that. So SQQQ is actually a good play right here. And if you want to be like technical on it, you could put a stop above the high. So 296 would be your stop. Buy in here. Buy in at 288 and you're looking for 252. You're gaining 36 points, only risking like 8 or 9 or 10 points. So that's a pretty good risk reward. And you'd probably sell at 252. So it looks like it is the beginning of second wave, just like SPY and Dow Jones. Dow Jones is the weird one. Let's see, A, B, C. I think that Dow Jones is likely it looks like this is either going to be A, B, and we're getting a C wave down here. Could be an expanded flat right here actually. So if this is W and this is X, and then this is the A wave, this is the B wave, that makes the most sense based on every other chart. Then we're looking for a move that would take us to the 1.23 fib here at 27,284 all the way down to 24,984. So it looks like it's began its move 2. It's going to need a pretty big third wave though. It would probably have to go to the 2.61 fib, bounce, and then one more move down here to the demand zone. Based on the X wave right here, 34.3, we got 36.9. That'd be 3,600 lower than this, and that takes us to 26,000. So that's right in, a little bit lower than the demand zone. So right in where I have the target already. And that's also not quite the COVID lows like QQQ, but still in the zone pretty much. IWM. Internet's terrible here. IWM. There we go. So IWM following the same pattern. We get the August B wave here. So we have A, B. This one's a little bit different, but it looks like 5 waves still. So we get W, X, and then we should be getting A, B, C wave down here. So growth stocks are still going to get pretty much destroyed over the next month or two. Now that should be the final move down though. So we have ABC, WX, AB, and then right here we've already started the first wave here too. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the wrong color. So look for a bounce in IWM. I would look for a bounce to I would look for a bounce to 186 to 178. The 50% retracement is sitting here at 179, so probably 182-ish, something like that. And then the third wave would take it down to 159. Bounce to 165. And final move down to 150 to 148. So I'll put a line there and let's just see if that lines up with how high we went up here. So we got 202, 244, so 42 points lower. This is showing that it would go lower than that. So all my measurements are based off the 1.61 fib, but they could easily go to the 2.61 fib, which would make this lower. This 42 points lower, it's going to 120. Again, that's back in here on the COVID lows, so maybe that's a little bit too far low. Let's go to the monthly. Monthly demand would be sitting at, I think right around in here is a good wick. First demand zone would be right here at 141 to 158. Next one would be at 117 to 144. So basically in this area, I think that's a good target for it over the next 2 months, just like everything else. That's pretty much it. Let's look at the yields real quick. It's kind of a long video actually. So yields, we're up pretty good today, but still looks like a B wave to me. So I'm looking for a sell-off in yields going forward. Let's go on lower time frames here. So A, B, C. It could be a 5-wave move. If it's a 5-wave move, I think it's ABC. Yeah, definitely ABC. So 1.61 fib of close to 1.61 fib already. Let's say it comes to 3.78. We're looking at a move that could take it all the way down to somewhere around like 280. If that happens, then that should be pretty, honestly, that'd be pretty bullish. But I think that the dollar gets going stronger. Usually they move together, so we're going to see what happens with the dollar here soon. So if this comes down to 2.882 or 2.8, then we'll see if the dollar moves with it. That's going to either be yields are falling and dollars rising. That should still be pretty bearish. So anyway, that's it. Look for a second wave bounce if we can get above the first wave high here at 387. Right now, still in a second wave potential for a move down to 360, but it's probably more likely we come up here to 392 minimum, all the way up here to the supply zone 396. That's it. Let me know what you think in the comments, like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.